What's good, y'all? Welcome back to It's Just Jay. We're on our second video. Yeah, and this time we got some freshman advice, right? I'm gonna try to keep it as broad as possible, even though, you know, alumni of Howard. I'm gonna try to keep it as broad as possible, just because I feel like it'll translate better to different freshmen, right? But without further ado, let's get into the video. Welcome in, freshmen. Congratulations on making it to this point. You guys are making a big decision right now to attend school, attend college. I hope you stick with it. And I honestly, if you don't, I hope you figure out what works for you. College is not a linear thing. It might go in 4 years, but you can go in thinking you'll be done in 4 years. You can come out 5 years later, maybe 4.5 years later. It's not linear. It is all based on the tools you have in your arsenal and whether this is what you want to do or not, and if you're sure or not, honestly. So yeah, if you don't know what your major is yet, if you come in undecided, it's okay, dude. You can figure it out. You have until, I'd probably say, the middle of sophomore year, second semester sophomore year, kind of like figure it out. And I know that's still like a deadline. It's probably stressful, but don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I ended up changing my major around that point. I think junior year I started a new major. I told that story a little bit in the first video, so if you guys want to know that, I'll put the link to my first video somewhere right here. But anyhow, yeah, don't stress out too much. You'll figure it out within time. With time, you'll figure it out. But yeah, I guess the first/second piece of advice I could give freshmen: when you come on campus, first piece of advice, when you come on campus, try to learn the school as quick as you can. It will help you with figuring out where your classes are, figuring out what the cafeteria is, figuring out the time it takes to get from your dorm or wherever you are on campus or off campus to said classes. I feel like that's really important because it helps you like shape your schedule, shape when you leave your room, shape when you're gonna eat, how you're gonna eat, if you're eating in between classes or whatever. It definitely helps out. I know personally, campus itself was like a 7-minute walk away from my dorms, my freshman year. COVID kid reference. Yeah, it was like a 7-minute walk away from the dorms, but then I still had to walk across campus. And luckily Howard is small enough that it's walkable and easily accessible. Probably added like another 2 or 3 minutes just to get across campus, depending on where I was going. But my classes typically were on the first half side of the hill. But yeah, and then if you also are, what do I put? If it's an open campus, learn the surrounding area. Safety is important. I was gonna go into a piece about just making sure that you are safe, walking in groups at night if you need to, or walking with at least one other person. I personally witnessed a group of people get robbed by one person, but they ended up chasing him down because he didn't have no weapon on him, and they stomped him out.
For taking me your phone.
Bro, you can't be for real.
Yeah.
You messed with the wrong one today. Give me your phone, your knife, and my phone.
Yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting experience. Anyhow, moving on to the next piece. After you learn campus, I'd say make sure you know where your classes are. That is a part of learning your campus, but make sure you know where your classes are. Make sure you know your professors, right? That'll come in clutch maybe halfway through the semester, around midterms. Be doing it up to that point. So that way, if you've missed any assignments, you can communicate with your professor about, hey, I missed this assignment, or there's something going on in my life, whatever the case may be. Make sure you communicate that to your professors. And the more you know your professors, the more they be willing to look out for you, depending on the professor. Some professors are just... But it definitely helps out. I've been saved a few times by knowing my professors. My professors have helped me out when my advisors couldn't help me. It's just good to know your professors, guys. So make sure you do that. Okay, another good thing to do is read your syllabus. Reading your syllabus sets you up for success throughout your semester and through your year, and honestly just through your whole entire college experience if you get it down. But you can't just read it. You need to be able to put the effort in, put the energy in, and just put the dedication into getting yourself organized. That starts with your syllabus though, okay? For example, that calendar right there has been the biggest help in terms of organization. It's been that and this planner. These two things have been literally my biggest help the past year, my last year, and that's when I finally got serious about organization. I was able to see my deadlines weeks in advance, so that way it couldn't just sneak up on me. And it definitely gave me and also I knew my work schedule. I didn't put my work schedule on my physical calendar. I made a Google calendar. So I had 2 calendars plus my planner, and it just really helped me find the time where I could do homework. It allowed me the time to figure out when I could go out, and it honestly set up how much free time I did have, so that way when I was seeing how much time I was wasting, right, by just not doing anything, I put into something else. Basically just staying organized with 2 calendars and my planner. It sets you up for success, trust me. I ended up with the 4.0, and the biggest difference between this last semester and everything else, I'll say this last year and everything else, has been my planner and my calendar. I've never had a physical calendar, but I've always tried to use my phone calendar, and I just swipe those notifications out the way quick. You feel me? So yeah, that gets into, I guess these were kind of together, but I said know your deadlines. Knowing your deadlines is super important, just because you can plan. You'll have maybe, it's times, especially around like finals and midterms, where you have so much work due on the same day, but you get to midterms, you think, dang, they're just throwing all this work on me. And it's like, no, technically you've known that this was coming up, but what have you been doing? Have you been doing your assignments before these, or did you let them pile up and now you're asking for them to be open? You're adding more stress on your professor too. Your professor is human, same way you're human. If you mess up, they can mess up. If you're stressed, they could be stressed, right? I will say though, however, I feel like a lot of times professors can put stress on themselves by adding so many assignments and then not grading them. But life happens. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes with them unless they're transparent with us. And a lot of professors probably won't be transparent. Now I'm thinking about it. This is another great one that I did not plan. Use Rate My Professor. I wish I used it very early on. I'd heard about it, but I didn't really care because I'm like, bro, it's not going to change the class that much. I'll use an example of sociological methods. That's a course I had to take this past semester. I had a great professor. He was really chill, really understanding. The assignments were easy. They were just, he had 12 quizzes and then 5 total writing prompts. The writing prompts were pretty easy, pretty straightforward, except for one of them, I didn't realize how bad I did on it. But regardless, other than that, the tests, you can complete them whenever. They've been open to you. So I ended up completing, and it's because I wanted to go party myself. I ended up going to Mardi Gras in February. I ended up completing maybe the first 7 quizzes up until a week after Mardi Gras. So that way when I came back, I could just, I did all of my work in all of my classes up until the week after Mardi Gras. So that way I could come back and be caught up. Anyway, moving forward. I'll also say socially, don't come in trying to be somebody that you're not. Be you as best as you can. You are going to change over these 4 years. Figure out who you are, stick to it, and figure out where you need to change and make those changes. But for you, not for your friend groups, not for your organizations. Be true to you and you will be fine. I guarantee it. Me personally, I'm a popular loner. I know a lot of people know me or knew me, whatever, yada, 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 but I didn't really hang out with a lot of people. I was really to myself, and at the time I was with my girlfriend. I was doing me, man. I really was just to myself. I did join the organization. I did mention that, Howard University Elite Models. But yeah, I basically I just tried to be me. I came from high school being a people pleaser. That don't set you up for nothing good in the long run. I'm not gonna lie to you. But eventually I kind of started growing out of that and kind of taking back my time, taking back my energy. And it's funny because these people that I was meeting, they didn't know that version of me for real. And if they did, they saw the change. But like, imagine being a people pleaser and then out of nowhere, you're doing something good for yourself by telling these new people like, nah, I'm cool, or I'm good, or no, or whatever it is, right? That is the opposite of people pleasing. And they probably looking at you like, why is he being so standoffish? Why is he a da-da-da-da? Well, because in the past, you might not know this, but I've said yes to everything, or da-da-da-da, you feel me? So yeah, just be true to you. Don't try to fit in. Find the people that fit and are genuinely attracted to your energy and good for your energy. Get your work done before you go to parties, especially before homecoming. And if you go to Howard, especially before Springfest. Springfest is like literally the week right before finals. You get caught up in Springfest, finals it's gonna catch you lacking bad, bruh. Like,
Let him get up, let him get up, let him get up. Fight back, nigga. Fight back, nigga. Fight back. Fight back.
Because Springfest, that's a demon in itself, especially if you're a part of some of the events. It ain't fun, bro. It's not fun trying to play catch up for finals. Homecoming, that's a whole different demon in itself. That's worse than Springfest in my opinion. I promise you, I swear I thought that it was still syllabus week. Next thing I know is homecoming. What's homecoming? Midterms. Oh.
No. No. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
Oh, you said we got, okay, heard you. 3 tests, 2 papers, 5 to 10 pages. It's not fun, bro. But yeah, just make sure you get your work done before you go to these parties. And just set yourself up. Be kind to your future self. Set yourself up for greatness and catch the alley-oop, dunk it, do whatever. You feel me? Find a study spot that works for you and is catered to your studying style and your studying habits. I like nature. I like to be around water. I don't have too much water around here. So like a lake or anything like that, or a river. There's not too much of that I've seen. So I pretty much am in my room, and sometimes I've studied outside on the cafeteria patio. That hasn't been the best, but that's just because I don't like people being around. I feel like I have to be too alert and pay attention to my surroundings to be able to study outside peacefully. So yeah, I pretty much stay in my room or go to like a cafe. With a cafe, I can kind of sit in the corner and, pay attention to what's going on around me without having to look up too much. But yeah, anyway, find something that works for you, like a cafe, library, a garden, by a lake, somewhere off campus, something that works for you. And then the last thing I got is honestly, coming from experience, and not that it was anything wrong, please don't take it out of context. I'd say focus on relationships second. You are still in school to get your education, to get a degree, to make yourself proud, to make your family proud, whatever it is you're in school for. Get your degree and focus on relationships second. If it's something that you can handle, because they are a lot of work and they require a lot on both ends, and especially starting with yourself, just be cool, man. Like, focus on you, make sure you are getting to what you need to do, and the relationship will come eventually. Moral of the story, they can be a good thing, but don't let it take over what's going on in your college experience, okay? Don't just be out here doing too much. If that's your preference, do it, but like, focus on your school first, bro. Focus on your school first. That's all I got. That's all I got for right now. There's multiple other videos out there that you can check on for freshman advice, for school advice in general. Yeah. That's really it. That's all I got for you. Sophomores and juniors, it's the same stuff as freshman year. Either way, again, congratulations on making it to this point of being in school, being in college, and choosing to pursue a higher education. Make sure you know what it means to you. I went in not knowing what college was gonna be for me. I went in looking for a relationship instead of school because I thought, oh, I'm gonna do good in school, I'm gonna be fine. It's just another 4 years of school, you feel me? But college is a lot different than high school, but at the same time, it just feels like a glorified high school in some senses. The only difference would be the freedom. That's about it. And that just comes with adulthood. But this is like a defined space for adulthood. You feel me? So yeah, congratulations to y'all. Y'all done made it here. Whatever class is listening to this, class of 25, class of 26, whoever, y'all are gonna do amazing. Y'all are gonna be great. And just remember to keep y'all head up, stay positive. Remember to love yourselves. That's another thing. Figure out early on how to love yourself during all of this, because it's going to test your character, it's going to test your patience, it's going to test your mind, especially depending on if you try to join an organization or something. Just be strong and know you, bro. Figure out what works for you. Figure out how to keep yourself healthy, and that's spiritually, physically, mentally, whatever. Just figure it out. Y'all gonna be great, man. Passing on that torch. So yeah, love y'all. Stay up, stay blessed, and stay black and beautiful. Bye.